Mounjaro weight loss update, 6 things that have helped me move the needle. Let's dive into number 1 on my Mounjaro weight loss of what's helped me move the needle. I'm gonna do a little get ready with me as we go through. I just bought this. You guys know, with my get ready with me, I will link all of the products down below. The Sol de Janeiro, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna do it on my hands. Because of my loose skin, taking care of my skin has become more of the forefront with me. I am obsessed, like, this exfoliant is amazing. I'm gonna do it just on the back of my hands, but I've been doing it on the rest of my body. It is awesome. It is awesome. It is a premium beauty product, but I highly love it. But let's talk about the first one that I want to tell you that has really moved the needle for me is that rotation. I've talked about it in other videos, but here's the deal. Many of you have asked about the scientific data about rotating your Mounjaro injection. And friends, I don't have that. All I know is Mounjaro, a company, Eli Lilly, put the instructions to rotate in the, I'm just gonna wash off that, I'm just washing this off. It's so soft, by the way. It's so, oh my gosh, my hands feel so good. If you are trying to take care of your skin, you need that on your repertoire. And then I'll put my skin tightening cream on after this, but first I'm gonna do all my skincare stuff. So rotating those injections, I was terrified of injecting the back of my arm. Like, terrified. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll just keep going with my Mounjaro weight stall. Like, we'll just keep on down that path and I won't worry about it. And then I was like, okay, my thigh scares me, but it's less scary. So I'm going to start with that. And so I did my, because I've been doing my stomach like around the clock. It was like my little belly button. I'd be like 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Like, it was like around the clock. By the way, I got sent this from LilyAna. I am obsessed. We'll link the skincare down below. It's very reasonably priced, but the quality of this, it's a US-based brand, a family-run company, which I love supporting. It is awesome. I will link it down below, but I'm gonna start off with their eye cream and their vitamin C cream. Link those down below. So by rotating off my stomach, that helped me, and that got me to how many, like 45-pound weight loss, Mounjaro weight loss. And I was like, I want more. I felt like the Little Mermaid. I want more. And you can see why I don't do karaoke. That voice is, Simon Cowell's not on the phone. But I wanted to get past that weight stall that I had been having. Part of it was food choices with it, but part of it was I wasn't having that food suppression. And I have been, because of the Mounjaro shortage, I have had a hard time getting I'm on Mounjaro 10 milligrams right now, but I had to titrate all these wacky doses that I didn't really want to. So if you're on Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams, one of our viewers had asked, can I just stay on that? If that's working for you, do not titrate up. If you're finding you're getting food chatter back, and you can see my when should you titrate up video, which is in the playlist. Here's that eye cream that I'm gonna be using. So I didn't want to titrate up for some of these things, and I had to because just of the Mounjaro shortage. So my encouragement to you, I put way too much. Oh my gosh, it's like mayonnaise. I like use like too many condiments, too much eye cream. So my encouragement for you is, if you're finding a dose that works for you, stay with it. But when you stay with it, rotate. With that rotation, this, by the way, is rosehip and hibiscus. I really like. It's awesome. It doesn't have a scent to it, but it feels really good. With that rotation, for me, has come more side effects. And so I want to encourage you to think about that too, of just because you haven't had side effects doesn't mean you're going to. I'm really just like slapping this all over my face, but that's okay. And there's extra. We're going to do my neck. I'm going to put my neck cream down below too. I'm going to do that next. It is the most amazing neck cream. The price point versus, like, I bought like $50, $100 neck creams. This one is not that price point. It is awesome, and you get more. You get even 2 ounces, which is, most of them have like 1.5 ounces. This has 2. I highly recommend. They have scented with the lemon verbena and unscented. It is awesome if you're looking for a new neck cream. So rotating that around, realizing you're going to get probably side effects with that rotation. People are like, I am sick as a dog. After doing that rotation, that has been what has happened to me. If you don't want to have those side effects, then maybe don't rotate, but you may not have that oomph and weight loss, has been my experience. And again, I always like to say, I am not a medical doctor. I do not pretend to play one on the internet. I'm simply sharing my experience, strength, and hope as to what's worked well for me. So you do you, boo. You talk to your own doctor, and like, don't take my medical advice. This is simply just me talking with girlfriends and guy friends about what's worked well for me. This is just the moisturizer, and then I'm gonna put some SPF on too. So what's worked well for me? And so that rotation has helped. What happened was I went to go to my QVC audition, which I subsequently ended up getting. Many of you guys have written and been like, Elizabeth, are you guys still going to continue to do your YouTube or your free encouragement group or the paid encouragement group? Yes, I am. All of those are linked down below, as is my free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist and the 125 protein ideas. Also get that for free. It's all listed down below. I'm still gonna, QVC changes none of that. Like QVC changes none of that. Like I'm still here, I'm still rocking out, like that changes none of that. But before my QVC audition, I had done my shot 3 days in advance. I was still so tired. I had extreme side effects. I was nauseous. That didn't feel super good. That did not feel super good at all. With those side effects, I knew how to handle it. By the way, I did dermaplaning on my face. So I've got 2 different dermaplaning wands. I don't know what they're called, tools. I'll link those also down below. I'm obsessed with them for dermaplaning. And then I'm also gonna use my SPF. I will link that as well down below to protect my skin from the sun. But going into it, I had because of the different rotation, because I was doing arm, thigh, stomach, arm, thigh, stomach. It's like square dancing, arm, thigh, stomach, arm, thigh, stomach. So I was rotating around. And that's been so helpful for me, but I have had side effects every time. Nausea, diarrhea. So those gastrointestinal things, totally normal. Headaches, body aches. This most recent go around this week, it felt like the flu. It felt like the flu. And then come to find out, which I didn't realize, and this is probably TMI. So gentlemen, earmuffs, plug your ears if you don't want to hear. But I ended up getting my period early. It was like 4 days early. If you haven't seen my video on how my periods, and for myself and for other people, have been completely whacked out as a result of Mounjaro, drastically changed my menstrual cycle. Check out that video down below. Here is my primer, by the way, that I'm obsessed with. We're gonna put that on. We're gonna put that on. And that is also a US-based company too, family-run business. So having those side effects is something to keep in mind. And for me, getting past this weight stall, and with this most recent weight update of 55 pounds down, like literally when I think about it, I'm like, I was in such dire, like it was awful. This December was awful. And now being 6 months out of like past that and now having 55 pounds down, like it's a miracle, truly, like what a miracle GLP-1s are. Tirzepatide, semaglutides, if you're taking WEGOVY, if you're taking Ozempic, like what a miracle it is. So rotating those, let me go back to my tips because I want to give you guys some actionable tips, and make sure you stay till the end. I've got some amazing, you got to stay till the end. You've got to stay till the end. Okay, so having those different side effects too, sulfur burps, I have never had those. Many of you have. And I also have said, like I just said, just because I haven't had it doesn't mean I'm not going to. Some of you are asking, why is she putting on so much makeup? I'm going on air for my most recent Amazon Live. You're going to want to stay tuned for my Amazon Prime Day show. I will link those pre-Prime Day show lead up ones. There's so many great deals going on right now. Oh my gosh, there's so many great deals. So check out my Amazon Live to see that. Anyways, with those side effects, it's taken me down and out from my work. And before it had been just like 24 hours. Now it's like the day and a half mark. So like 36 hours, 2 days. And on the 2 day mark, it's not as bad. I'm having acid reflux right now, by the way. That's what's going on. Sorry, I get acid reflux just in general because of Mounjaro. So with oh my goodness, I put on my Badescu to help set my foundation in. So with those side effects, that rotation that's come with it, it's come with the weight loss and it's come with the side effects. And I'm wondering, and this has been my question, I want to know in the comments below for people who, I want to know your thoughts, is I'm not titrating up. I've been at Mounjaro 10 milligrams for 3 months now. I'm not always the best with dates, so somewhere in that ballpark. I think it's been 3 months. And I have no intentions of titrating up because I'm still losing weight. So why titrate up if I'm still losing weight? It's not the race to get to Mounjaro 15 milligrams the fastest. Like, I don't see the point in that. If it's working, then why not stay at it? By the way, this is the best lip mask I'm completely obsessed with, the Lange lip mask. It feels so good. So my whole thing is I'm staying there, but will rotating prolong me staying on that 10 milligrams? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to test with my body. So I'll be a guinea pig, which is why you need to click that follow button so you can continue to see my content here on YouTube. I'm using the Elizabeth Mott palette for contouring. So that's one of my questions, is if I continue this rotation, because I hadn't been doing it before, because I had been terrified. I had been terrified to do it before. And I just got not afraid. I was like, okay, what's the worst can happen? It could hurt. I hate pain. But I was like, I'm just gonna do this. And it did not feel comfortable in the back of my arm. It felt like a prick, but it wasn't that bad. Relative to the benefits I've been getting, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So that's one thing to think about. Like, I'm an economist daughter. The risk benefits reward. Is the risk benefit beneficial for you, right? And for me, I was like, I'm gonna do this. My thigh I did, and I didn't do it in the fattier part of my thigh. So Mounjaro, Eli Lilly, in the packaging for your Mounjaro injection gives you a diagram of where you should inject. Follow that. And I just made sure I put it more near the fattier part of my thigh. That seemed to me have it, because it was in the fat part. That's where, like, it had a better, I had more side effects, and I had, whenever I get side effects, I kind of get excited. I'm like, woo, because I know that it's going to lead to appetite suppression. I know it's going to lead to appetite suppression. So had the appetite suppression, had the side effects. So side effects for me lead to appetite suppression. So I kind of get excited when I tell my husband, I'm like, I'm getting side effects. I feel like I'm going to vomit. And he's like, woo. And we're like, woo, we have a little party. Like, ooh, vomit party. Mounjaro's so fun. Mounjaro. It's so fun. So having those side effects, let me go move to the other room. Next, I'm going to put on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dipped. I'll link that down below as well. I'm going to use it for my eyes with the Starburst color on my eyes. But I'm wondering, if I stay at this titration just with the rotation, if I had done this all along, just rotating the way the instructions told me from Eli Lilly, would I have titrated up to 10 milligrams at this point? That's one of my questions. I would love to know in the comments below. If you have thoughts on that, tell me in the comments below. I'm super curious. Like, I'm super curious. If I had continued to rotate the way the directions said, would I be at 10 milligrams now, or would I be at a different level? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm curious though. I'm like, oh, I wish I had been, but I'm doing it now. So that's all I can say is I'm doing it now. I'm going to try to contour my nose. We'll see if that works at all. I'm testing out contouring my nose. Who knows? We'll see. You guys can tell me in the comments if you think it looks good or if you think it looks dopey. I know y'all will tell me regardless. So does it look dopey or does it look good? So I'm trying that rotation. That's been like my biggest thing, is getting over my fear of rotating. And it's worked out well for me. Like, it's worked out really well for me. So I'm trying to figure it, like, that's my biggest question right now is, will this continue with the 10 milligrams? I have no idea how long I'll be on it, but right now I feel having the food suppression. I'm not feeling crazy cravings. So I'm just curious about it. I'm like, okay, I'm not having these crazy cravings. So that means I just stick with it. And so I'm going to, but we do know that there's a shortage going on. There's an FDA Mounjaro shortage going on that is going to continue for a while. And so just rolling with that also, and being flexible and staying ahead of my shot while it does cause, I'm going to use the marshmallow in the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Just rolling with that I can't control the shortage. I don't like that. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I think I just messed up my nose. I may be wiping this off by the end of the video. All right, Mr. Freddie wanted to come say hello too and continue our chit chat together. So I'm curious about that rotation thing. I've also intentionally, so I've only been on step 1. Let me get to step 2. I've got several others. Is I have been conscious about my water. I have a rotation system with my, see, Mr. Freddie wants to come over and talk Mounjaro. You want to talk Mounjaro, buddy? He's like, yes, I do. I'd like to talk about Mounjaro injection. So part of one of my other Mounjaro weight loss success tips, and part of the update, is I've been really conscious about my water. If you follow me on Countess of Shopping Instagram, you'll see every day I do like, what 40-ounce tumbler am I picking out today? It truly has become fun for me. It sounds stupid, but it's not. For me, I have made this fun of what tumbler of water am I going to have. It's a whole thing. I even organize my tumblers. I'll link down below in the description. if you're having the same issue I had, I'm like, how do you put these 40 ounces don't stack? So I've laid them, I have a little thing that holds them and the lids and the straws. So then when my husband or my kid or whomever's doing or myself doing the dishes, it's organized. You guys know organization is something I continue to work on my Mounjaro weight loss journey. So anyways, I have my Stanleys. I have, these are the #1 best-selling ones as of right now on Amazon. They're great. They just have different straws on them. And then I have cheap ones that were on deals of the day that are, if you don't want to pay Jaja prices, and or like, I've got those for you too. So being intentional about my water consumption, but making it a game and making it fun by which one am I going to pick out today? Which one am I going to use? See, Mr. Freddie is so excited. He's like, yes, this is the best game ever. I would like to play this water game. Because what I have found is I am not hungry a lot of the time. And what I had been doing, and the behavior modification and the pattern change, you guys know I love pattern recognition, is it's water. Instead, if I wanted to grab for something that was food, that was the old habit of I'm happy, food, I'm sad, food, I'm stressed, I'm food, I'm really stressed, food. Having something to replace it with, water, or my LMNT electrolytes, which I'll also link down below. They've been very gracious to give us a free sample packet with any purchase. I'll link that down below. So having that has been really helpful as the replacement of I'm still working on when I'm happy grabbing for something, and as opposed to just like sitting in that or being content with that, or I'm stressed and just sitting in that and being like processing that. Having this instead has been a really great substitute because I'm not hungry a lot of the time. And when I thought I was hungry, it wasn't. It was emotional hunger and not food hunger. So if you're having that as you walk through unhealthy food habits to make them healthy food habits, that for me has been like, it's a whole game. I've made it fun, and I've been identifying that it's not hunger. A lot of my calories I had been ingesting after tracking for a bit. Now I don't track. I started Weight Watchers, which some of you guys know are like, oh my gosh, because I used to bash Weight Watchers so much. I started Weight Watchers, and they're having a sale going on. I'll link the link down below. The reason why I started it was because I wanted to learn about portion control and what is a portion that is good for my body. And it's actually been really, really helpful. Is it for everybody? No. Did I do it for decades and have no success? Yes. Have I bashed it before? Yes. Am I actually loving it right now? Yes, because it's been helpful for me to see where with my tracking. But if I track too much for me, that can lead to unhealthy eating relationships. So I'm mindful to do it a little bit, learn, and then pause. Do it a little bit, learn, and pause, and do a lot of intuitive eating too. We talk about that in my paid encouragement group, a lot about intuitive eating. #1 is conscious choice of food. I've really gotten really mindful and conscious about what I'm eating, whereas before it was on autopilot, like, now I'm like thoughtful about it. If you guys have seen some of my other videos about my meal planner, I've got a great meal planner that I love. There's big ones and small ones. I'll link down below. But being really conscious about those food choices, and we do a meal delivery system. We did it 4 days a week for our dinners. And now we only do it 2 days a week. And we did it last night. It was the most amazing thing. The Count did it, and the Count hates to cook. And he's like, I actually really like this. Fresh dill, lemon, feta. It had orzo in there, and I had some orzo, but I put in a bunch of green beans with it. They give you can get, that was just one example. You don't have to get the orzo. I could have substituted it for other vegetables, but it's basically protein and like meat and vegetables. If you're vegetarian, they do have vegetarian options. And they give you like the fresh herbs and the packets. Like I never would have purchased feta, dill, lemon, fresh lemon juice in there. And there was another demi-glaze. Like there's stuff, it was good and it's healthy. Like it's healthy. My husband and I, for us, it was way cheaper than eating out. It's been really helpful. Like I am so excited about it. So I'll link that down below. They're also running a sale too right now. I don't know how long that, I think the sale will last for another couple weeks. So if you wanted to try it for like two deliveries and see if it's helpful for you or not. But my husband and I would have never come up with these recipe creations had it not been for the meal delivery and being food conscious, knowing that I'm intentionally putting thought into what I'm consuming as opposed to being on autopilot. So my question for you, hopefully this is helping spark you, is there is that acid reflux again. People that ask me about acid reflux, I don't really have any tips other than I just drink water and I'll have mints occasionally to help like calm it down. I don't take anything for it because it's not crazy bad. It just interrupts my speech, but I'm a live streamer for a living and I do videos for a living. And so it does interrupt the videos at time, but and for y'all, I will not edit it out. I'm going to leave it in so you guys can see like that's what happens with my acid reflux. But being conscious with my food is the point that I'm trying to get at. having a meal plan where it doesn't kick in my unhealthy eating, but it's, if we want to eat this, but then we also have a backup plan. If we want to go out and have fun and go to Chipotle or go somewhere out, we have that too. And I do encourage that as well, of like have going out places. And I'm still, if we're going out to eat, I'm still food conscious. We might go to Mexican tonight. There's been talk in the Countess of shopping household, the Count and I, and the Duke, more so the Duke led. It's like, I want chips and salsa at Mexican food. I may go and I may have some chips and salsa. And I'll go, and I know I won't order. My husband's like, you've got to stop ordering so much food when we go out. And I'm noticing this pattern. Anyone else have this? Of where I'm trying to package things in a box right as I get it, or cut down on my ordering. We went to go get sushi the other day, and I ordered way too much. Like, I'm having this problem of where I'm ordering way too much food. It's what my past life was 6 months ago. I am not that person anymore. My stomach's not that stomach anymore. My brain's not that brain anymore. I'm creating new neural pathways for new habits and new ways of looking at food and a healthy relationship with it on my weight loss journey. And so my ordering, I'm still ordering copious amounts of food. And so now that I'm aware that my husband keeps bringing it to my attention, like, Elizabeth, there's some scarcity in me that is going on. And that was really affected with the pandemic with food too, of like food shortages. It triggered me greatly. And there's still some lingering stuff that I get to work on and heal with an amazing therapist and to help heal that, continue to heal that relationship with food. Obviously stuff has been healing on my 55-pound Mounjaro weight loss journey, but there's still clearly some stuff that has need to be healed. But being conscious and being more aware and enjoying food, but also there's like a balance of the enjoyment of it and then also for nourishment. And so I'm still in this dance, and I'm hoping in the next few months I'll have a firmer rooting in feeling really good about my food conscious choices. Okay, number 4, sleep. I've been using the Oura Ring. If you see this ring on my finger, it's the Oura Ring. I don't know if I'll have a link for it or not. I'll try to put one down below if I do. Like if I can find you guys a discount code, I like to find you guys discount codes. This sounds so bougie, but just bear with me. The Oura Ring, if you buy it from Gucci, has a lifetime membership and is actually cheaper in the long run by buying it outright because it has a lifetime membership versus buying the Oura Ring and then paying the monthly subscription, which is what I did. I bought mine from Gucci. It sounds so bougie, but it actually was the cost benefit. Remember, I'm an economist daughter. Cost benefit analysis, it was cheaper 3 years if you measured out for 3 years of using it. And I like it because it tells my sleep. So I can go into my phone every day and see my sleep, and that really helps me. Sleep very much affects me and my weight loss. And so I can see my readiness score. It also tells me, hey, today you want to push it in productivity or pull back on productivity. Hey, like it gives you all these great things. My heartbeat, which is helpful. Sleep, it tells you about how many calories I'm burning, which is helpful to know. I thought I was burning way more calories than I actually am. How many steps, like it's really helpful for tracking, and it's a game. And I had done this a lot a year ago, and then I stopped, and now I've put it back on because I really want to track it. I do have Fitbits that were, if you want a Fitbit that's new, that's not quite as, the Oura Rings are expensive, like they are. The data for me has been invaluable, and to me it was worth the expense of getting it. And like I said, it's so bougie, but paying outright from Gucci versus paying monthly, the cost benefit analysis after 3 years, that was as of when I bought it, which was a year ago, 18 months ago. It paid, like it more than paid for itself. And it just had a hardware update too. So it's getting these updates that the Oura Ring gets. But it's the black one. It's the black one with the Gucci logo on there. So there you go. Okay. So that's been helpful. And I've been tracking my sleep. That's tip number 4 is your sleep. You can even do that through a Fitbit. You can even do them through, I had the on sale, last week. It was the deal of the day, a fitness tracker. It was like $30. So if you want that one, like I've got varying spectrums of what it makes the best tools for you to help you track sleep. Number 5, moving more. I'm not moving as much. I got a neck fan and that's helping me walk more. I'll link my, because it's hotter than hot here in Virginia. So that's been really helpful to help me move and not make the excuse. I find myself with body movements making the excuse, and my under the desk elliptical is also helpful. I've used that less recently and been trying to walk more. What is that from Hamilton? Talk less, smile more. I'm trying to walk more, excuses less. Get my Hamilton on. So moving more. And then number 6 is gratitude focus, is really being mindful to connect to the God of my understanding. And thank you, Lord, for all of my blessings. Thank you, Lord, for my body. Thank you, Lord, for my ability to move my body. This time last year, I had major surgery and I couldn't walk. I couldn't drive. I had to relearn the ability to walk, relearn the ability to drive. Was in this horrible mind space last summer. And to be in the space where I am this year, to be able to move and walk, and thank you, Lord, I'm losing weight and I'm 55 pounds down, and my relationship with food is healing, and that's permeating to all of my relationships because I can have more authentic, honest, deeper connections because I'm not having this block of food there. And that truly helps give me deeper connections with my fellow man and woman. And I don't think I would have rejuvenated this YouTube account had it not been for the progress, obviously, because that's the whole intention now, is she's talking about Mounjaro weight loss, but the gratitude of it. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. If you've made it this far in the video, I am so grateful for you. We do a little thing here at Countess of Shopping, and then I want to tell you your bonus tip if you've made it this far too. But here at the Countess of Shopping community, if you've made it this far, we do an emoji, and that's like our Marvel Easter egg of how I know who stayed this long. I will pray over you. I will send, if you don't believe in prayer, great. I will send you positivity, love, and blessings. Like I'll be thinking conscious choices for you of positivity around you. And Miss Stephanie, you get extra. You get extra today. So what I want the emoji to be is to be a tree. A palm tree. You guys, these emojis crack me up too. Some of you guys come up. The last one was ocean, and someone had like an octopus. Someone had a shrimp. Someone had like a big puffer fish. I was dying with the different fish, the dolphin, like anyways. So this one is going to be the emoji. If you've made it this far, put in the comments so I know I see you, and I'll learn your user handle name. I'll learn your handle name, and it helps for me to get to know you better. You guys know me, but it helps me to get to know you better because I truly care. So put down below a tree, any kind of tree, and then I'll know that you made it for this far in the video. What I wanted to tell you was if you've made it this far in the video, something I want you to be conscious of is on TikTok. If you also watch TikTok, there was a massive ban on July 5th right after July 4th, Independence Day, at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There was a massive ban on Mounjaro creators, also WEGOVY, Ozempic, with many doctors, nurse practitioners, my account, and 50 other Mounjaro TikTok accounts, Ozempic, WEGOVY, were shut down with a permanent ban. Mind you, I've never had any violations. Like I pride myself on like community rules and things like that. My account got shut down. Literally 3.5 years of work. It had pictures. You guys know Mr. Freddy, but if you're OGs, you have seen Hopesie Bear, pork chop, applesauce, or dogs were in those videos. And it made me sad to lose like those videos of like with my kid who was like 4 years old or 3.5 when I started TikTok, however long ago it was. And that made me really sad. So anyways, I got my account back, but these other Mounjaro creators have not. So if you're on TikTok, there's some action steps to do. And if you're interested, I can talk about it in the next video or whatever. But it's devastating because that's how people want to get the information about these, and the accounts were shut down, and we don't know why. It was either a massive attack, there was a TikTok glitch, there was healthcare. I don't know why. I have some of my own speculations. I got my account back, which I'm really grateful for, but many did not. Two of my favorite doctors don't have their account. It's permanently banned. And it's been going on 48 hours now. It's day 2 of them not having their accounts. I got mine back within 24 hours. So something to think about, like if you're on, like I'm grateful for YouTube because you guys have access to this information, right? Like it's not being censored or whatever is going on. So I wanted to share that just because if you're not aware, I think it's important for getting information and consuming information. And it's one of the reasons why I say I'm not a doctor. Talk to the doctors. Like this is just my experience, strength, and hope. I'm not a nutritionist. And many of those don't have their account anymore to share information. And so I think that's important to know. News outlets have not, I was on Good Morning America because of Mounjaro. News outlets have not picked up on this yet. So I'm curious if any of the news outlets are watching, email me. I can tell you the whole, like there's a lot, like I'll leave it at that. Action steps. That's number 3. We always talk action steps. Okay, we've done this. We've watched this. What are we going to take with this information? This is basically the learning is all for naught if you don't apply it. So I want to know in the comments, what are you also, so we got our emoji, but also want to know, what are you going to do to apply this week to your weight loss? What are you going to do? Is you can consume content till the cows come home, but until you implement that, you're not learning. You're just, it's gathering facts, but it's really not learning, because learning is applying the information that you've learned. So what are you going to apply this week? I love seeing this because it motivates me just as much as it does for you. If I'm going to speak that, then I need to be accountable for myself. So I was thinking intentionally about my list here of what I want to do. I want to be very food choice conscious this week. of the food that I'm consuming, making sure I'm actually really hungry, and making sure I'm having fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. That has been my theme recently. Fresh produce, because I live in Virginia. It's farmland season right now. All the farms are popping with produce, local beef and meat and fresh proteins and things like that. So my theme for this week in food conscious choices is fresh and being mindful when I consume it. And I'm not just inhaling it in, but I really don't do that anymore. But I just want to continue, not just, that's a diminishing word. I want to continue to be mindful about my food choices. So that's my accountability. Now, what's yours? Make sure you get down below my free Mounjaro weight loss success checklist. Join our free Mounjaro encouragement group. If you've not been approved to be in that group, I've had massive spammers. It's taking me a lot longer to approve people. If you don't answer the questions in the free group, I will not approve you. With that, if you don't want to get my email, people are like, I don't want your email, then don't sign up for the free group. Like, it's for, I don't need followers. Like, I don't need followers like in that group. It's for deeper connections and accountability and encouragement. So that's where it like weirds me out. I'm like, people are like, I don't want you to know me. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to know you either then. So if you haven't been approved, it could be because there's a backlog, spammers, or you just didn't answer the questions. And if you're not interested in giving your email with that, then like, okay, then don't join. Like, I want to know you. If you don't want to get to know me or the other group members, then that's probably not the right group for you. We do have a paid encouragement group too for deeper accountability. There's a call going to be in Sunday. There's another video chat that we have. And then also another challenge that is coming up. I'm releasing it after I do this video. It will be released for all of our paid encouragement group members to help motivate us. Okay, so that's our Shazamo. I look forward to seeing your emoji down below and what your focus is going to be this week for your Mounjaro weight loss or WEGOVY weight loss, semaglutide weight loss, Tirzepatide weight loss, Ozempic weight loss, or compound weight loss. Love you guys. Have a great day.